Sorry, not open for business yet. I haven't even picked a name for this joint, and I'm already getting calls. You a customer too? Well, if you want to use the bathroom, help yourself. The toilet's in the back.
Is your name Dante, son of Sparta?
Where did you hear that?
From your brother. He sent this invitation for you. Please, accept it.
Invitation, huh? This party's getting crazy. Let's rock.
What's up, everybody? I'm Zero and I play games, and welcome to Devil May Cry 3. Oh, there's an intro for you. Alright, let's get into this. Okay, instantly interrupted. Anyway, this would be the third game in the series, but obviously, well, maybe not so obviously. It's a prequel to the first game. I guess you may be wondering why I didn't start with the first one in the series. Easy answer, this one's way more fun. The first couple Devil May Cry games, the first two of them, had a bit of a rough time. Let's just put it that way. The game started out as Resident Evil 4. They wanted to add in a new main character, and unfortunately by the time they were done designing him, it didn't make any sense to put him in Resident Evil, because basically the idea was he was just way too overpowered. So basically, since he was too much of a badass for them to put in the game they planned on him for, they just made a new one. Unfortunately, while they did that, and it's an interesting origin story for a character design, Unfortunately, the game design itself still relied pretty heavily on... Oh, cutscene.
I can already tell. Looks like this is gonna be one hell of a party!
And there you go, there's the first mission. Oh, how bad I do. That's not bad. So, basically, while they had a new game, they used a lot of the same level design and game design type stuff that they used in Resident Evil, which didn't really work for the new play style. Let's just save this real quick. So, unfortunately, the game didn't really work for what it was supposed to be. The game itself was fun, it's just, it had a lot of problems based on that. Let's see what we can do here. Do we have different styles we can use? Trickster, Swordmaster, Gunslinger, and Royal Guard. Basically, you have a couple of different abilities that all work depending on how you want to fight. This one is for mobility, this one is for melee attacks, ranged attacks, and this one gives you the ability to defend yourself. I'll probably level all these up, but I tend to use Swordmaster the most. We of course have our two weapons, which is the Rebellion Sword, which was passed down to him from his father, and Ebony and Ivory, which are personally designed handguns, which there's actually like a whole story about, but you have to like go into extra stuff. Like, they actually wrote books about this game, which I found very surprising. All this stuff will get explained in due time. But the basics is the vital stars are health. These ones have a use later. This one damages all the enemies on screen. These will increase your maximum health. These also come in later, and these are basically kind of extra lives. Let's see. We can learn new moves for our... These are all based on which weapon you're using at the time. Start with this one just because this is a really useful one. And I can level that up later. And when you level up your guns, it just makes them do more damage. That's pretty much all that is. Yeah, so they had the original game, which, while good, was kind of poorly designed for what kind of game it was supposed to be. But it got the game a sequel, and, well, the sequel was kind of horrible. But then they made this, and it was a good game, so that's where we're starting. But I suppose, let's start this next mission.
Damn it! You guys totally wrecked my shop, and I haven't even named it yet! You're gonna pay for that. enough to cover all this. Breakdown.
So, getting back on topic. What's this? Oh, one of those vital stars. So this is a small boost to your health, which they're useful in a pinch. Back to the topic of the old games being kind of horrible. Which isn't really fair. It was an earlier time in game development, and they hadn't really figured out what they wanted this to be. And with the first game, it was coming off of being a kind of a repurposed Resident Evil. With the second game, they were going for more of the individuality, but unfortunately, and they still hadn't really gotten to the tone they wanted. And when they got to this game, how dare you? When they got to this game, they finally, it seems like they figured out and kind of hit the ground running with it. The gameplay works much better. The tone, character development, all of that worked well for what it was meant to be. Or at least that's what it seemed like to everyone who played the first two. This game came out with a lot of the fans praising it, and that's not about all of you. Not to mention the whole over-the-top attitude and even the gameplay that worked with it. Like, let's see if I can... I did it on accident a minute ago, but there we go. You can do things like that. And just about everything else that happened in that intro, you can actually do in the game. Oh, there's some life. Always good. Do you mind? But even like the boss design, things like that got better too. Speaking of which... This is the first boss, I believe it's the Hell Vanguard. Don't you dare. How dare you? Forget this one's actual name. There is an easy way to find out later. There we go. First boss is down. And then bad things happen, because it's a game, and story's got a story. That is a lot of property damage.
It's been nearly a year since we last met. Where does the time go? No doubt you've got some fun planned for me. Right, Virgil?
There we go, second mission down. I think, watch my horrible scores roll in. I guess it's not too bad, but B, not too horrible. But I guess we'll call it there, and next time we'll work our way towards that big tower and see what Virgil has planned for us. Till then, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.